Roger, make right traffic, runway 27 right. Runway 27 right, clear for the option.
Right traffic, runway 27 right, clear for the option, 766. So we're at 5 Kilo flight through the South 16, please.
Yak-5, Yankee Kilo traffic, 11 o'clock and 2 miles is a sling being vectored to the ILS to Montgomery at 3,500.
5 Kilo, looking for that traffic.
So now he's just descending to get below the Bravo. So they usually make us climb to 1.9, and then here we're descending down to 1,500 in order to get below the Bravo. Kilo flight traffic now 10 o'clock and a mile, it's still 2,000 feet above you for exchange bird.
Very good, see you about 45 there. Tango flight check. Tango 2. Tango Leaf, 2 hours all green. Tango 2, 2 hours all green. Come on in.
So when he does the rudder push like that, pushes me out to route, and then he rocks me back in by rocking the wings. He also did it verbally, but those are the visuals. And below us, just below the nose on the right, is Sweetwater Reservoir. This is our initial, or where we call in when we come back.
And this is the 1,900 foot, this is like the Bravo shelf right in here where it like splits like down the middle of this reservoir?
Yeah, one of them is I think 32 and the other one's like I think 18?
Okay.
Something like that. Alright, he gave me the signal for Echelon turn, so I'm just going to keep him on the horizon and I'm not going to rise up. As I recall, in the Navy, every turn away was an Echelon turn, right?
Yep, and every turn into.
You're welded wing.
You're welded wing on the way in. Yeah.
I thought that was the case. So here, everything's welded wing unless you have more than 2 aircraft stacked on
We'll do a few F-turns on the way down there.
and then you do Echelon, and then they've got a hand signal for Echelon for them to practice it. To have about 3 foot of wingtip separation. He and I fly close together, so sometimes we get wing overlap, but we try to maintain some step down so that it's not a factor. But technically, if you hit the checkpoints, you're supposed to have 3 to 5 foot of wingtip separation. Just to save gas, I put my prop back to 7,000 or to 70% RPM. That saves me a little bit of gas. Once we start doing some more aggressive maneuvering, I'll bring it back up to 82%. I don't think you have an RPM gauge back there, but because this is a advanced Russian trainer, the RPM gauge is in percent RPM.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing like 70%.
So I think you're looking at manifold pressure?
It says RPM on the left.
Oh, okay, you've got RPM. Okay, sorry. So maybe, do you also have manifold pressure?
Oil pressure, fuel.
It would be on the left side,
No.
and it's reading about 6 right now.
I don't see that.
Okay, all right, sorry, I had them backwards. Yeah, so my RPM tends to creep back because if I tighten my friction, I also tighten it on my throttle. So I'm constantly sort of monitoring my RPM. As I maneuver the throttle quite a bit, my RPM tends to roll back on me. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that, but I'm going to have to figure something out. But 70% is a good, just regular formation number, and it saves me a little bit of gas. And then when we do aerobatics, I bring it up to 82%. And sometimes, if I don't stay coordinated enough and I start falling back, I'll run my RPM all the way up just to try to stay in position.
Go to trail, do a little bit of work that way. Susan.
And the Yak has this little window up here, and if I fill my window with him, I'm in the perfect position. So it actually makes it pretty easy to gauge distance. We just want to make sure we've got nose to tail. And I've got about maybe 5 or more foot of nose to tail right now. A lot of times when we do our missing man formations for funerals and stuff, we'll do a diamond initially and do one pass in the diamond, and then we'll do one pass missing man from fingertip. And just so you know what's going on, I'm going to turn my smoke on right now, and you'll see that it fills up the cockpit a little bit.
Yeah.
So when that happens in flight, when I'm leading, just don't panic. It's
Okay.
just the smoke system.
Got it.
I wish I had a button on my stick for smoke, but I got to reach down onto the panel to do that, so it's kind of inconvenient while I'm in formation, but it is what it is.
Leveling off. So if you're ready for it, I'm going to do a left 270 tip in for a vanilla loop to the north.
She's ready.
Very good. Here we go. Coming around toward you. 3,500 feet, 6 potatoes.
So I've got my trim set really nose down, or I guess nose up, so I'm pushing constant forward pressure right now.
Okay.
And that way, I want to have basic, I don't want to be in trim while we're doing the maneuvers.
You want to have some feedback on the stick.
Yeah, I want to be pressure in only one direction.
Alrighty, starting to tip in. The area is clear. The rail loops to the north. Rolling wings level. Tipping in. Got our speed. Pulling, go.
little too much trim in. That jacked me up a bit.
A little too much nose up?
Yeah.
So the ball was centered the entire time on that one, just to give you a little feedback.
Gentle turn away from you to set up for one to the south.
We've got a guy coming in from the UK that's a form aero instructor next month.
So L2's good, bringing the power back up to 6 potatoes.
To work with us a little bit.
Tipping in for Villanova to the south. Got our C, pulling, go.
Breaking out.
Gotcha.
Insight. Yeah, I got a little too far ahead of him, so I broke out there.
Your tail turn to the right. 2,600 feet.
Sizzle.
Very good. Brandon, anything I need to change?
No, I had too much top surface and then I got ahead of you.
I'll take us up north, we'll try another one to the south.
Copy.
Level 180 to the south, turning into you.
There's traffic down low.
Okay. Oh, got it. Yeah. We got a Gulfstream flying just beneath us, left to right, so I wouldn't tip in when you turn south yet until you see it.
Okay, yeah, I don't have them, but I'm watching.
He's probably going into brown.
I got them now. I think we'll be fine by the time we get turned around.
Got it.
Good call. Power set, L2's good. Rolling wings level. And tip it in for middle loop. Got our C, pulling, go. 180 into you. Want to stay on that side or switch?
This side's good.
Same thing, vanilla loop to the north. Here we go. Rolling wings level in just a sec here. Here we go. Flip it in. Gotta see. Pulling, go.
Can you give me just one more loop? I gotta unscrew myself.
No problem. Got plenty of fuel. Look at all that weight in the back seat.
That's my rudder. I'm putting in too much left rudder now, so I'm...
Just climb a little bit, then it'll be a left 180 to set it up to the south.
Thank you. My problem before was not enough left rudder. Now I'm too much left rudder.
Left 180.
You good in the back?
Yeah, I'm okay back
Okay,
here.
alright, you've been quiet for a while.
No, just I don't want to mess you up.
Nah, no worries.
All good.
Settling on. Rolling wings level. Here we go. Took it in for the no load to the south. Got our seed. Pulling, go. Good.
Jen, I think this weight in the back seat, I'm too fat back here.
I wish that was
What's pleasure?
a quarter. I wish I could blame it on that. No, I'm just I'm looking down and I'm using too much right rudder on the recovery too soon, and that's making me fall.
180 into you to the north.
Again, I need to unfuck my rudder. I knew that was going to be the issue.
So that one, it was like it was slightly out on the initial pull, perfectly centered, and then it went, you're right, it went just slightly out on as we went down.
Yeah, and I put
Leveling off.
and I thought I needed it, but I felt I definitely did not.
Leveling the wind.
I'm able to peek in every so often to check it, but not often enough.
Okay, here we go. Took it into the north for a quarter clover away from you. Got our speed, pulling, go. Rolling away. in for a quarter away. Rolling wings level. Tipping in, quarter away. Got our speed, pulling, go. Rolling away. Stopping the roll.
A little too close. God damn it.
Climbing turn away from you. Into you to set up for another quarter away. Level 90 tip in for a quarter away. Here we go. Rolling wings level. Tipping it. Got our speed, pulling, go. Rolling away. Stopping the roll. Nice.
That looked pretty good. A little better. If I could just do one more to try to get that in my head, and then I'll take the lead if you want.
Very good. We'll head up north again, set up for one more.
How was the, how was the rudder on that one? Was it a little closer?
I did not look.
Okay,
it was
no,
like right
no
in
worries.
position.
Please, an hour and a half fuel, all green.
And 2 is hour 20 all green.
Level 180 to set up for one more to the south.
I didn't feel comfortable peeking down, so I just sort of wiggled the tail to try to feel it. And I think it was close, but I didn't feel comfortable looking down. What I was doing our last flight was on the top of the quarter clover, I was giving it too much left rudder.
I need to do tipping.
And then getting all, you know, out of coordination on the scoop out and falling behind. That's kind of, I think, what I'm doing today.
Rolling wings level, tipping in for a quarter away. Got our speed, pulling, go. Pulling away. Stopping the roll. Nice. Beautiful. Very nice.
All right, we're going to stop with that one.
Very good. And we're going to level off and hand you the lead here. Coming up through 3,000 feet. Just a beam into lead here. You got the lead.
Lead right.
Magnitude.
Copy, coming right.
So on that one, you know, the ball was centered, and then as you came over the top and just pulled just slightly, the ball actually stayed left, and you stayed right in position.
Okay. About how far left was it?
It was almost a full ball out.
Really?
And it was like in perfect position. So I don't know what that means. Probably not the right thing, but
Well, I probably had a gob of power in, and that's what kept us in position, even though I was uncoordinated.
that's right. Yeah, you had it looked like you would, you know, like a little power off and then power back in to catch it.
All right, 3,500 feet, 6 potato set. We'll be tipping into the south for a vanilla loop. And this one will be smoke on, so just so you know.
Okay.
Tipping in for a vanilla loop to the south. Got our speed, pulling now.
The other side.
You want the other side? Yeah, go ahead. All right, 180 in the climb. Potato set. Tipping in vanilla loop to the north. Got our speed,
try liner best on this one.
Okay.
No pressure.
Feet, 6 potatoes set. This will be a line abreast, vanilla loop to the south. Tipping in for a vanilla loop to the south. Speed, pulling now.
Nice. Not bad.
He's tight, dude.
Nice supporters.
You got it.
Nice lead.
Come right. Yeah, he's done this quite a bit for like 10 years. And he's had instruction from an air show guy.
Got it.
And he's a 30-year aerobatic guy. He also owns a Citabria. So he's quite good at this, and you know, I'm the new guy, so you know, we make progress and I don't fly for 2 weeks and I lose it, and it's getting frustrating.
He crossed under, you probably know that.
Yeah, I gave him the signal. Cool. So this comm station or whatever this is right here is what he likes to use as show center, and Dr. Todd lives just south of that. So a lot of times when he hears us, he just goes out there and takes video for us.
So when you're saying 6 potatoes, what is that?
600 millimeters per kilogram squared. You don't have that gauge back there.
Okay.
It's manifold pressure.
Okay.
All right, tipping in for a quarter clover away. Got our speed. Pulling now. Rolling now. Stopping the roll.
Nice. Another one of those from the other side.
Copy.
Smoke off.
Oh, thanks.
Coming over.
Okay. Coming left.
So are you just targeting about 100 knots here for the climb?
I'm not even looking, to be honest with you, but
Oh, okay.
110, 100 to 110, yeah. No. 3,500 feet, leveling off, and this will be a quarter away.
To the north?
No, I'm going to do it from here.
Alrighty.
Tipping in. We got our speed pulling now. Rolling now. Stopping the roll.
Nice.
Coming left.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew I could keep that offshore from that direction, so I did it. Alright, what would you like now?
How about one into me?
You got it.
That will keep us offshore.
So the inner loop is knots for your airspeed, and the outer loop is miles per hour. So I don't think I mentioned that to you before.
The air loop is what again?
Is knots, and the outer loop is miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
Just to confuse, and his is in kilometers per hour. So just to confuse us all, I'm using 170 on the inner loop. 180 on the outer loop is my nominal entry speed.
Got it. I didn't even notice there were two different ones.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the outside.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Okay. Now I'm like scanning around the cockpit trying to find shit. I'm like, oh, where's that? What speed are we going at?
All right, tipping in for a quarter clover into set, 6 potato set, tipping in. Got our speed,